Hello guys, welcome back to Vidstorical Films. In this episode of Vidstorical Treasures, we are going over the Walt Disney Treasures Wave 8. Now, this one, as you see, is going to be a slightly shorter episode because we don't have as much Disney Treasures to go over this one. And that is because I don't own the Donald Duck Volume 4. I've tried to locate it at a reasonable price, but nobody wants to budge for less than $200. People are selling it for way more than that. I am not sure why it's very limited, that specific one, but I'd rather just wait a little bit and do a special video the day that I do get it, hopefully. So in this one, we're going to go over the first one being Dr. Sin, the Scarecrow of Romney Marsh. Now here's another obscure one that I had never heard of before the Walt Disney Treasures. This was actually one of the last ones I got just because I thought, oh, I'll get to it later, you know. But this one I had to fight tooth and nail sometimes because every time I try to bid on this to grab one, somebody always try to outbid me in the last second, and you guys who love eBay know how annoying that is. So in this one, for those of you who are still trying to figure out if they should get it or not, I hope that this episode helps convince you to grab your own copy. So let's go check this out. Now, here we have Wave 8. Don't be alarmed. There is supposed to be 3, but I was not able to get Donald Volume 4 under any circumstances. That goes for over $200 to $300, so I was able to manage to get these, so that's what I'm showing you guys today. So here's Dr. Sin, the Scarecrow of Romney Marsh. Pretty, I would say a little more obscure title, because I never heard of it until I started looking at the Walt Disney Treasure collection. So here we have, as you see, the collection is slightly different than normal. Here are the discs right here. Here's a picture of all the men the Scarecrow led. Only 2 knew his real identity. So there's that. Here's a certificate. And here is a little booklet. Dr. Sin. And episodes. Look at that awesome artwork. Looks like watercolor and gouache a little bit. Here are the episodes and the movie. Oh, look at this. I haven't seen this. From Burbank to London. Looks like a documentary. So, can't wait to show you guys this one. Let's go. Here's the first disc of Dr. Sin, the Scarecrow of Romney Marsh. Let's go. Here we're now winding down to one of the most obscure of the Disney treasures, for sure.
The Scarecrow of Romney Marsh. I'm Leonard Maltin. This has been one of the most requested titles from the Disney Library for a number of years.
And I can see why, because it is quite rare indeed. I had actually never heard of this series at all before the Walt Disney Treasures. I actually haven't even seen it at all. So this is an adventure for the both of us. So here we have the main menu, play all, episode selection, bonus features. Let's go on and check out the episode selection. Now here we have the Scarecrow of Romney Marsh. Play all, part 1, part 2, part 3. Let's just go through part 1, shall we? I'm just gonna go through it, just to show you guys a little taste. Ooh, I need to show this beautiful intro here. Color. Oh my god. But just from fast forwarding through this, I can already see the picture quality in this DVD, honestly.
Like these books by the English author Russell Thorndike.
Oh, look at those Emmys. Walt Disney is showing off to the camera. Oh my gosh, but it's beautiful. Look at that makeup. Look at that costume design. Honestly, an iconic look. Or it should be an iconic look. Oh my gosh. Okay. That could definitely be a Halloween costume, honestly. But you can tell definitely in the later Walt Disney Treasures, the higher quality of the DVDs. Probably because of newer release dates, I guess. I'm not sure. But if this was on Blu-ray, they wouldn't have much difference with the quality for sure. I really wish that they had more of these Walt Disney Treasures. I actually just discovered a new series relating to Walt Disney Treasures. They're actually the Signature Collection DVDs. They have a beautiful blue tin case. But I'll definitely be going through that a little later on. Looks like it's the finishing of that episode. I'm not going to go through part 2. You kind of get the gist of it. Going back to the main menu here. We're going to go to this bonus features of this disc. Walt Disney TV Introductions in Widescreen, Dr. Sin, The History of the Legend. Well, I'm not going to be showing it today because of potential copyright reasons.
Always have a special appeal for me when they're about real people or based on the life of a real person.
Ah, Uncle Walt. Now, I really hope they have these masks still in the archives. I would honestly love to look at them and check them out.
Few scenes from this exciting story.
You know what would be really cool? They should also add in some kind of one of these DVDs.
On this program, we bring you
They should definitely add some outtakes of Walt Disney in front of the camera. Now that would be interesting. I'm just curious to see if he would ever smoke on camera, for example. He never liked to show people that he smoked. There's even photographs that they back then we call Photoshop, but they erased some photos where he actually was holding a cigarette, and some of those photos you'll have his two fingers, just the two fingers, and without a cigarette, that's how you can tell that they erased it. But here's just a little story talking about the behind the scenes stories, which that were a majority of Walt Disney's movies and TV shows, mostly about inspirations from books that he read. Oh, but very, very interesting there. Probably filmed entirely in the Golden Oak Ranch. Or at least a lot of it. Not all of it, but a lot of it. So those are special features for that first disc. So going back. And that's it for the first disc. Let's go on to the second one. Let's move on to the second disc of Dr. Sin. Let's go. And here's the second disc of Romney Marsh. Let's check this out, shall we?
Hello, and welcome to disc 2 of Dr.
Hello, sir.
I'm Leonard Maltin. Those of you who didn't see the original 3-part presentation of the Scarecrow of Romney Marsh from Walt Disney's Wonderful World of Color may have encountered it later on in an alternate form.
Maybe so, sir. So here's his intro, of course. I'm talking about some historical context for the TV show. So we're gonna move on to check out what we have here. So here we have play, scene selection, bonus features. Let's check out the scene selection. Interesting. It seems like it's more of a movie or something. Well, I'm going to fast forward through it all. This is very interesting. Okay, so let me go back to the main menu. Just gonna play it, see what happens. Fast forward through it. Skipping that. Is this some kind of... I should have looked this up before checking the second disc, but this seems like it's some kind of movie based on it, rather than the TV show. Huh. Very interesting. But I like these period pieces. Late 1700s, what it looks like it. Or at least mid 1700s. Mid to late 1700s. But there's some actors in here that, to me, look very familiar that I've seen in some older movies. I just can't quite put my finger on it. But the quality looks pretty high def, honestly, as I mentioned for the first two. And the costumes look great. Extremely convincing. I wonder if any of those costumes actually still exist at the Walt Disney Archives. They should. At least some of them. You don't not expect to get all of them. Ah, so let's see the special features. Walt Disney from Burbank to London. Curious, curious. Some of his live-action movies include filming in England, what it looks like it. Huh.
Come true for him.
Oh, wait. Let me see who this woman is. Disney historian, huh? Goals, honestly, for me. Disney, hire me. I would love to be in work in your archives. I'm truly, truly devoted to anything classic Disney. And there is the icon himself. Did you see him? Where does he go? Oh, I think I missed him. I don't know where he went. It was Dave Smith, the guy who founded the Disney Archive. Oh, there he is. Oh, I am sorry.
You're at
Here he is.
past.
Disney icon for sure. Right there, deservedly having a window in Main Street. But here shows a little documentary video talking about various productions that actually shot on location in London and his connection with London and various movies as well. So that's pretty good, pretty rare thing you never really think about. So in this, Rami Marsh, Dr. Sin is not that much stuff, honestly, but I still recommend it because they're not even in Disney Plus, and also to collect and contain everything in your collection. I highly recommend these sets. Now the last one in this wave is actually, she's one of the most iconic Disney stars out there, and in this one we are going over the Mickey Mouse Club presents Annette. Now, for those who don't know who Annette Funicello is, she was one of the basically breakout stars from the first Mickey Mouse Club. She eventually made movies throughout Disney, including The Shaggy Dog and Adventures of Merlin Jones. But not only that, she was actually a star for United Artists for their beach series, their famous beach series. There's a famous story from Annette, and in which that they asked if she could wear a two-piece bathing suit. So Annette was still under contract with Disney, but she was just going to make these kind of family-friendly beach movies. So she asked Walt Disney, and he said for her to just be respectful and to have the one-piece bathing suit. So she agreed to his wishes, and she did that. She had high respect for Mr. Disney, as a lot of people did at the time. But in this one, it's all about Annette Funicello. So please join me in this box set with Annette. It's going to be pretty fun to see where this Mouseketeer started out. Let's go. Now, I was saying in the last, when I was introducing Dr. Sin, the Doll Volume 4, if and once I get it, I'll do a special video for you guys. But until I get it, you're gonna have to bear with me with these two. So here's the beautiful Annette box set. Highly recommend everybody to get. Everybody's favorite Mouseketeer. There's the box there. Little Annette picture there. Again, slightly different. I don't know why they changed these in the later ones. So here's the two Annette discs. Annette Funicello. Here's her picture right here. Probably around 15 years old right here. In a hayride scene during one of the episodes of the Mickey Mouse Club presents Annette. Annette sings How Will I Know, My Love, the original song that helped launch her recording career. That is such a nice song. So here's that. There's a little booklet. Here's Annette, Mickey Mouse Club Annette. And then showing more of her. That's really cool. So I would definitely recommend her movies too. Even as corny ones as the beach movies, you know. Definitely a staple of their time. But let's check out Disney Annette, shall we? Here's the beautiful Annette disc 1. You're going to notice that also with the Dr. Sin that these are more of a translucent kind of discs. So very beautiful. So let's check it out. Here is the most famous Mouseketeer. At least I would like to say she's the most famous Mouseketeer. Annette Funicello.
I'm Leonard Maltin, and welcome to Disc 1 of the Mickey Mouse Club presents Annette.
Hello, welcome.
That serial was shot right here at the Walt Disney Studios in Burbank, California.
Amazing. Ooh. Oh, look at that. I've never seen that picture before.
In fact, this entrance to the animation building doubled as Old South High. Walt personally chose Annette to join the Mouseketeers at the tail end of casting for season 1 of his daily television show, and he clearly took a shine to the young.
Of course he did. I've actually been inside that beautiful animation building. It's a time capsule. Just entering in these doors, there's a beautiful granite, or graphite rather, not granite, graphite photo of Walt Disney in there. But this is to show Annette Funicello as she was by herself in the 1960s. We're going to check this out once it loads up here. Annette, who also appeared in The Shaggy Dog. So here we have Miss Annette Funicello. We're going to check it out. The episode selection, right? Why did I say like the episode? So here we have an introduction, the newcomer, Annette meets Jet, an invitation, the escort. Let's check out the newcomer. Let's check it out.
And now, the Mickey Mouse Club presents Annette.
Her separate little show. Oh, beautiful. Huh. I'm pretty sure that house has to be... Oh, there's our man. The Dick Van Dyke Show. And it was a big Disney star later on as well.
Hi, Laura. I'll be right with you.
There's Tim Considine, which I actually just started watching the TV show My Three Sons. I totally forgot he was in that show. But here's just a little snippet of Annette's separate show, kind of introducing her outside of the Mickey Mouse Club. I wonder if he was always a favorite from day one. I'm pretty sure she was. So I'm just going to fast forward another one here, Annette meets Jet, just to see what we got here. That house, trying to figure out. Huh. Interesting. Is that Mary Wicks? Wait.
Is it still dripping?
Character actress for sure. She was in oh god. She was in what's that movie Bing Crosby? Oh, White Christmas. White Christmas. She usually plays like a busybody type of lady. I don't know why they typecast her that way. So here we have the next page. The party, paying the piper, the missing necklace, what happened at school, and almost a fight. I'm actually curious of the missing necklace. So let's click on this one. I guess she has the same little intro there. I mean, I wouldn't call it much of a theme song, but... Annette Funicello is also known as America's sweetheart during the mid-1950s, especially in the definitely in the late 50s throughout the mid-60s. She was a huge recording artist as well. I actually have her box set. I highly recommend it for those who like Disney music, as well as just regular 1960s music. So here we have them also recording on the Disney lot, other than the entrance there.
About something.
Because it's a perfect college campus.
Hi, Steady.
Imagine them driving around the little car in the Disney. Oh, wait a minute. This looks like it could be a part of the Disney lot as well, one of the buildings. Kind of in the back side. Huh, or on the side building? Interesting. I'm pretty sure they used it. Aha! Definitely the other side. That is so interesting. And I'm pretty sure for some of those ooh! Here's another portion of the lot too.
Oh, there's Annette.
Kind of on the reverse side. Ooh. Ah, man. I've only been to the studio a handful of times. I would have to definitely... Oh gosh. Check it out. I will have to do some comparisons in order to figure that out. Oh, but look at that. Look at some of those buildings there. That, to me, that's honestly really cool. That's my favorite part about any of these kinds of old TV shows. Just comparing old studios, old pieces of Los Angeles. Just seeing what's still existing there. This has to be somewhere on the lot. Oh, wait. Interesting. Trying to figure out the background. Every film studio back then had their own backlot. Even Disney had its own backlot, which unfortunately got demolished to make into parking lots. But now I bet they regret it, honestly, because now all these movie studios have to rent out each other's backlots, which I assume they get charged a higher rate because they're technically helping the competition. So here we have the Mickey Mouse Club right here, or at least a clip of it. Again, they should have had a part 2 when it came to more Mickey Mouse Clubs to include more episodes, but I don't get it. I simply don't get it. Well, here is more zany silliness. This also kind of reminds me a little bit of the Judy Garland show, or the Judy Garland show came afterwards, but kind of like that same vein a little bit. Here they are talking about the Annette show in this later on. I'm just wondering, I guess because she stood out, maybe because she was the only ethnic, or they considered ethnic person. But I'm always curious why Annette versus everybody else. So here's another documentary just talking a little bit about Annette Funicello. For those who knew her best. Oh. Who is that?
Oh. And everybody loves her. She's the perfect romance. The perfect romance. Everybody...
At first when I was fast forwarding it, I thought it was John Ritter.
Annette.
There's a song, of course, written for Annette Funicello. This little documentary talks about her musical days, as well as just Annette, just being Annette at the Disney Studios. All the people that she was with, there was Paul Anka, of course, Sherman Brothers, and also showing various clips and various things that she appeared on. There's a little remembrance of who Annette Funicello was. Now going back to that is the main menu back over again, so we're going to be heading over to the second disc. Here's the second disc to Annette right here that we're going to check out. Let's go. Here's the second disc of Annette. Annette. A beautiful, perfect song.
Disc 2 of the Mickey Mouse Club presents Annette.
Ah, beautiful.
Very new Annette Funicello and many of her castmates in the series.
Beautiful. Here we have more of the Annette series here, and giving, of course, more context to that as she grows older. So Miss Annette Funicello was also famous for making a lot of the beach movies, rather silly, and if you ask me, not with too much plot. But here in the second disc, here we have Play All, Episode Selection, Bonus Features. Let's check this out. Steady gets an idea, the explosion, the turn down invitation. Annette makes a decision, and the hayride. Let's check out Annette Makes a Decision. And the same little intro right here too. Huh, interesting. You would think that they would replace that section, but I guess because it's part of the Mickey Mouse Club, they just decided to just leave it there. He just looks so different with the mustache than without the mustache, honestly. I mean, I guess you could convince that he's her father. This is very interesting. Here we have the hayride next, so I'm gonna go through. Again, same intro. Oh, this is probably a continuation of that. Probably that's what they mostly are. Little continuations, basically little serials, all connected. Oh wait, let me go back with that. Did I see who I saw? Oh, okay. I thought that was. Never mind. I thought that guy in the middle was. Oh darn! I'm slipping on the actor's name, but he played Mr. Quigley in All in the Family. That song became an unexpected hit. They had called the Disney studio to see if they were actually selling that record. They weren't, but they decided to sell it, and it became a huge hit for the Disney studio. But where are my manners? I'm actually going to read these out. The barbecue, the fight, the farewell letter, Mike to the rescue, the mystery is solved. We're going to check out the barbecue right here. Continuing after the release of that song. So then she became a huge recording artist after that. So here they are continuing the song. Which is surprising because this might sound very controversial, but I always felt Annette didn't really have the strongest singing voice. I felt she talked more her lyrics and just kind of she didn't really have the singing chops, but her voice, the way that they manipulated it, made it have a 60s sound, if that makes sense. And definitely made her stand out. I mean, I guess you could technically do that for a lot of people. They basically would duplicate her voice recording and make it sound like a kind of echo chamber type of voice going on. There is that. We're going to head back to the menu here. Going to the bonus features. Here we have another Mickey Mouse Club episode, as well as To Annette with Love, what sounds like another documentary about Miss Annette Funicello. So here was the other Mickey Mouse Club episode, which I'm going to just fast forward through to give you a taste of it. Which I really hope that those costumes they're wearing, that they really have them in the archive. A nice little kid variety show here. Really cute also, if you ask me. Connecting back to the Annette TV show right here. You could basically say there was the next episode here of the Mickey Mouse Club. Oh, there he is again. Mustache and all. I don't know why I always think that he's better suited with that one. Maybe because I'm used to it. I don't know. So here's To Annette with Love, a documentary, just like the last one we checked out. Aha, that looks like it's from Disneyland.
So that's how it all started.
Yeah, Walt Disney basically went to see Annette Funicello perform. And he said that he wanted her to sign her to the last person in the Mickey Mouse Club. She thought that she wanted to change her last name because she realized people didn't really know how to pronounce it. But Walt Disney suggested, no, you keep your last name because once people learn how to remember how to say it, they're never going to forget it. And of course, that did help. And with the introduction of her to the Sherman Brothers, she's able to sing a bunch of different songs. Tall Paul. This man looks like he's definitely 6'5". Definitely had to get a guy to look much taller. But Annette, of course, became a huge star at Disney, and also doing a lot of different kinds of beach films that are not Disney. Shaggy Dog, Merlin Jones.
The Girl Next Door, as I usually do.
All kinds of amazing movies with Tommy Kirk. Cute Tommy Kirk right here. And also Babes in Toyland, which is a really good movie with Ray Bolger, as well as Edwin. She definitely grew up before our eyes, that is very for sure. That's something I also don't understand with Annette. She already had such thick eyebrows, but I don't know if she plucked them over the years, because why did she have to write in her eyebrows? That's something I'm really noticing right here. She had nice eyebrows. She must have like plucked them over the years, like really thin or something. To the point where I guess there's not really much. But it's so sad to see what happened to Annette later on in her life. She wasn't even that old when she was diagnosed with that either. My goodness. And of course they have... Was this before or after she died when they released this DVD? That's crazy. So going back to the main menu, there's not much. There's a beautiful picture of Annette here, just set up. And that concludes Annette, the Walt Disney treasure. Now because these two treasures are in the later waves, it's definitely going to be a little pricier. So for Dr. Sin, again, I had to fight tooth and nail on this one. This one, I feel the average price goes for $40 to $50, but people sell it up for more. But this one, most people are bidding on it. Luckily, I was able to get around $40 for this one. And for the Annette, the same thing. It's a hit or miss. Some people sell it for a decent price, $30 to $40. But I would say the average probably is around $40 for this one. But I would definitely highly recommend it. And as for the Donald Volume 4, the average I always see it go for is $200 to $250. I cannot find one that somebody's selling for less than $100. So if you guys know of an opportunity where I could get one so I could do a review for you guys, please let me know in the comments or email me, because I would definitely love to have that to complete my collection. Thank you so much. Well guys, thank you so much for watching that episode with me. I really appreciate you guys sticking it out. I'm sorry I couldn't bring in the Donald Duck Volume 4. I really was hoping I would have it by now. It's just one of those things where I'm not going to be forking over like $400 for a DVD box set. I just hope to one day find it at a thrift store, something a reasonable price, and when I grab it, I'll do a special video for you guys. Because I feel like a lot of people are unaware what the contents are on, just like I am. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you like, subscribe, and comment. I really appreciate it. It helps me figure out what works and what doesn't work. And I hope to see you guys in the next Vidstorical reviews. And thank you guys, and have a wonderful day.